let me just get into it because really, I just want to get to the point of today's conversation. So I'm not going to hold you guys long, and thank you all for joining me, but yeah, that's too long. Yeah, exactly. Really? It's 2 months for you? Yeah, he said it's about 3 months backlog. But let me get into it. Today, so the thing is, in the NMO community, which is so small, I kind of find that there's not a lot of us telling our stories. And, every story that is to be told is intimate, okay? No one expects for you to be able to put those details of your life on camera. And the ones that do choose to, power to them. The ones that choose not to, power to them too, because it doesn't matter which direction that they choose to take. If that's what they want to do, then that's what they're gonna do. And it is perfectly fine. It makes them no different or better or less than the next person. So that's all cool. Now, what I wanted to talk about is the support within the community. And perhaps it could just be the fact that the NMO community is really small. I don't know, but I feel like that we're still kind of building the blocks of the NMO community right now. And the reason why I say that is because, being a spoonie, being in the chronic illness, community, I notice all these other different, communities like, the MS community, which is very closely related to ours. Also the MOG, which is also even smaller than NMO. And then you got the lupus and everywhere, all these other different ones. The communities are pretty tight knit, and I feel like that's how most chronic communities should be. They should all be tight knit, and I feel that way because we have a rare disorder. Even if you don't, you just get the most support from those communities. So if you got a really good community and it's really tight and close, then you can kind of lean on them when, you're having your rough patches or, you feel like you don't know things or you need answers. That's the reason why I think that if, all these communities, the chronic illness communities, that they're exactly right. That they stay tight. It really eases the comfort of you going through whatever you're going through, and it makes it feel like that you're not by yourself. And I would say that since I've joined, the NMO community, it's almost like, okay, I walked into this new, wonderland of all these different possibilities and all these new things that I feel like I've kind of gone down that path. But I've also noticed some kind of downfalls of that. And I will say that because of the fact that our community is really small, that sometimes it is really easy to feel like that you're by yourself and you're alone. I myself have noticed a lot of activity going on. If you talk to, like, people will speak to you, and I mean, I tell you that, I have people that I've known for years, and I've gotten so much support from the NMO community compared to, just my real life, right? It's crazy. So the only thing is that I do see is, let me say this. I feel like that we should be uplifting each other more. Let me tell you why. I see some people, and I can say that I can count on one hand, out of all the connections that I have, how many times I see people supporting each other, okay? And sometimes it's actually cross communities. And I say cross communities because, again, the lupus community is one community, NMO, then, we got all these other ones. And I'm not saying them because I'm in brain fog. It's like out of control, so I can't think straight. But where I'm going with this is I do feel like that even when we have those connections, that when it's time to show up and show out, it's like crickets. Okay, if I had the soundtrack, you'd hear the little crickets in the background. That I kind of think that it's like that. Like, that people are just like ghosting you whenever you got like something really big going on. And I myself am the biggest cheerleader to everybody. Okay. Like, everybody's a bad bitch. Okay. Everybody's a king. Everybody's queens. Like, that's just how I am. Like, why not? You know what I mean? If you got something that I want, let me just go get it. I'm not going to hate on you. But sometimes, like I said, I can count on one hand how many people are like actually supportive. And really everybody's logged on right now. You all are here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. It literally feels like that everyone's to themselves. Yes. And I don't understand that. And but then at the same time, I can't judge a person by who they are. And hey, they're perfect the way they are. God made them that way. I accept it and I keep it moving and I don't worry about it. Okay. Because I tell you, when I move on with my life and if I see something I don't like, you best believe that I'm still sleeping just perfectly fine at night. I'm not talking about it. I don't care. Okay. That's for you to deal with, for you to figure out. And I'm just going to like be doing something else. All right. That's fine. So, but I just kind of feel like that perhaps there might be some times where you just don't know what kind of mental space a person is. So you probably, yeah, I get what you're saying. Right. Fab NMO. But then I'm taking, who, by the way, Fab NMO is one of the most supportive people that I know, period. Okay. And she knows that. So, but yes, more people like her. Okay, more people like who's logged on here. The C Spot talk. You guys are all on here. You guys are fantastic. But I definitely think that we need more people to be, more cheerleaders, to other people because I've just noticed like in this past week and especially today being Women's Day, like, are we really uplifting each other the way that we should be? How many times have you uplifted a fellow warrior or said, hey, keep your head up or, share their page or if they wrote an article, share that or if they're a small business owner, sharing their, say, hey, shout out, go support or whatever the case may be. Like how many times can you say that you've actually done that to support and uplift the small communities that we have? And I definitely think that that's important for us to do that from time to time with each other, because I think that when we engage in that type of activity, it keeps people in good spirits. I know it helps me and I don't really need it all the time, but then I have my moments where I'm just kind of like, I feel like shit. Like I really need like some cheerleaders in my background right now. But, gosh, I mean, we go from having an entire life, okay, to everything being stripped from us. Now, that's not everybody, but the impact of being diagnosed with a chronic illness is life-changing. It's not like some little thing that you just get and you just say, oh, you have a cold and you take this medicine and then it's over. Not the case. Our entire lives are impacted by our illnesses. And I'm going to tell you now, speaking from my own personal experience, it's done a 180 for me. So I've gone from being one way to, oh, now I got to go and do this whole different thing. And like, who is this bitch? Okay, do I like her? I don't know. I got to figure it out. So, something to think about. Okay. And on a side note, I want to tell people, stop telling people how to grieve. Don't do that. Okay. Because some of you have gotten better and it's fine and it's easier said than done, then some of us have not. So no matter what level that we on, you just got to let people kind of do what they're going to do. Okay. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I really want to say. I just want to talk about, right. Yeah. I just want to talk about people just supporting each other. And on National Women's Day, I just want to say a shout out to all the, women that are running around there, whether they're running businesses or they're holding down their family or they're sucking up the sun in the beach. They are doing the damn thing. And I thank you all for that because it's inspirational for me. When I get on here and I see it, I don't care what status that you have, what your followers look like, what you did the day before, what type of fancy photo of your food you took. I only care that you are thriving. That's it. Are you thriving, bitch? Yes? Okay, great. Keep it moving. Okay, and so my fellas out there too, my kings, whoever, my knights, whatever. Same thing. If we're all thriving, we're all winning, okay? And again, it just stands to say that we are, in fact, stronger together than we are by ourselves. So, adios. Love you.